Good afternoon and good evening.
Test, test. Everyone, can you hear me? Yeah, okay.
I'm Koichiro Watanabe, a JICA Senior Advisor and former Vice President of Kyushu University. I will be the facilitator of this group today. As mentioned by Mr. Ito, each university will make a 4-minute presentation for introducing their university, and then we will have a discussion session. Please be aware that the group session may end even in the middle of the discussion. The order of the presentation is as follows. Please check it. First of all, I'd like to introduce Professor Yasuyuki Kono, Vice President for International Strategy of Kyoto University in Japan. Professor Kono, please start.
Yes, thank you very much. May I share the screen? Can you see my screen? Can you?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and good afternoon and good evening. My name is Yasuyuki Kono, Kyoto University's Vice President for International Strategy. It's a great pleasure and honor to participate in this meeting today. And in this presentation, I'm going to give a brief overview of Kyoto University first, and then talk about our long commitment to Africa. Kyoto University is the second oldest national university in Japan. Ever since its foundation in 1897, it has placed particular emphasis on its traditions of academic freedom and self-reliant learning. As a research-oriented comprehensive university, Kyoto University has generated world-class knowledge. The number of Nobel laureates we have produced is 11, which is the highest in Japan. Kyoto University was also the first Japanese university to launch a research expedition in Africa. Now it has the largest number of researchers working on Africa-related studies in Japan. We have more than 60 faculty members across 14 graduate schools and research institutes, including medicine, engineering, and agriculture. Whatever their disciplinary training may be, there are 3 core values that are committed to. The first is long-term field work. The second is an interdisciplinary approach that combines different disciplinary methods to tackle social problems. The third is engaged research, which involves academic activities targeting the members of the community as primary beneficiaries. Let me show you a few examples of the engaged research being pursued by our scholars. The first example is the geographer, Professor Shuichi Oyama. His research aims to promote desert greening by recycling urban waste in Niger. The second example is Professor Makoto Kimura, a civil engineer. He has been popularizing the method of using sandbags to pave roads in Africa. And finally, we have Professor Miho Murayama, a genetic scientist. She is assisting local farmers in Ghana to increase meat production by domesticating and studying the behavioral genetics of a species of wild animal called grass cutters. What is unique about the work of these researchers is that they have taken the wisdom of the local populations and incorporate global perspective into it, so that the scholars and the local people can work together, finding solutions together. So far, Kyoto University has conducted academic exchange agreement with 13 African universities. We also have a strong alumni network in Africa. There are 21 former African students who graduated from Kyoto University. The mobility of researchers and students is very active too. Before the COVID-19 pandemic emerged, we have 200 researchers going to Africa and 28 researchers coming from Africa in 2019 alone. 109 students went to study in Africa, while there were 68 African students studying at Kyoto University in the same year. Finally, here is our latest development. We are currently running a student exchange program called the Innovative Africa Program, sponsored by the Japanese Ministry of Education. By promoting student exchange with 16 African universities, the program aims to form networks and develop innovative human resources in collaboration with different sectors of business, government, and universities. We are hoping to bring up a new generation of students who can bridge Japan and Africa. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you very much, Professor Kono. Next is Dr. Mbet Murugeta, Academic Vice President of Addis Ababa University in Ethiopia. Dr. Murugeta, please start your presentation.
Please. Okay, sorry.
Dr. Murugeta, please,
Yes,
please start.
okay, sorry. I'm sorry, I'm trying to. Sorry, I've been trying to share my screen. Let me just go ahead and see. I think I need to save time. I'll just do my presentation. Good afternoon, and thank you for this opportunity. I am the Vice President of Addis Ababa University, as indicated earlier, Mbet. Addis Ababa University is the oldest and largest university in Ethiopia. It was established in 1950. It has been the leading center in teaching, learning, research, and community services, and well-known Ethiopian scientists both in Ethiopia, Europe, and the US, and leaders of different levels graduated from this university. So far, it has graduated 272,160 students. According to the 2022 University Global Ranking Report published by Times Higher Education, Addis Ababa University has been ranked 402 among the best universities in the world, and 6 in Africa, and 1st in East Africa. Addis Ababa University has 10 colleges, 2 technology institutes. It's led by 1 president and 4 vice presidents. It has 18 campuses. It has 83 undergraduate programs and 417 postgraduate programs. In terms of students, we have among the students, 63.6 are undergraduate students, 30.8% are MA or MSc students, 5.6% are PhD students. In terms of academic staff, we have 2,884 academic staff and 174 technical assistants. We have also teaching hospital. It's called Black Lion Hospital. It's a referral hospital for the whole country. So we have 1,102 health professionals in that terms. In terms of academic program details, we have 118 undergraduate programs, 234 MA or MSc programs, 83 PhD programs. We have also, in the area of health, we have 82 subspecialties and 23 specialties. In terms of the education level of our academic staff, about 34% have PhD and 36.4 math second degree. We have also subspecialists, specialists, doctor of veterinary medicine, etc. And recently, our publication in peer-reviewed international public journals has been increasing. So over the years, our research outcome in terms of publication has been going up. And recently, Addis Ababa University has officially been recognized as a research university. So our focus would be more on graduate programs and less on undergraduate programs. And we've had different experiences in terms of international exchange, both South-South cooperation and North and South cooperation. And in terms of South-South cooperation, we have AMAS program, Academic Mobility for African Sustainable Development. So we have been doing student and staff exchange with Moi University in Kenya. And we've also experiences with Japanese universities. Kyoto University have been working with us. And also we have another university, Japanese university, in which we're engaged in terms of staff and student exchange. In fact, currently we're processing for two students to go to Japan for a short-term stay. So this is very briefly my introduction of my university. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Dr. Murugeta. Next is Professor Toshiyuki Kono, Executive Vice President of Kyushu University in Japan. Please start, Professor Kono.
Thank you very much for the kind introduction. My name is Toshiyuki Kono, Executive Vice President of Kyushu University. I'd like to introduce our university briefly. Kyushu University is celebrating 111th anniversary this year, and we were founded as the fourth oldest national university. And we cover, as I show later, major academic areas, but I would like to introduce our campus first. And this is a picture of our new main campus with its central library. We completed the relocation of all our facilities to the main Ito campus in 2018, and it is the largest single campus in Japan. Actually, besides this main campus, we have other three campuses in a hospital and art and technology, and also integrated science and technology. This is a hospital, this is the art and technology, and this is interdisciplinary graduate school of engineering science. Our campuses are located in Fukuoka City, south part of Japan, on the Kyushu Islands. Is one of the 5 largest cities in Japan. Here, the star it shows the location. Let me show some fast facts. That we have about 18,000 students, including about 2,300 international students from all over the world. And 12% of our student body is international. And most of them are graduate students. And also you can see our international students are from all over the world. And all graduate schools offers international programs conducted in English. The ratio of students to faculty is 9:1, which provides an ideal learning and research environment. And our university is ranked as the 7th in the Times Higher Japan University ranking in 2022. And the most world ranking, you will find us in the world top 0.5%. This is a list of the undergraduate schools. We have 12 undergraduate schools, and this is a list of 18 graduate schools from various research fields. And we received a world-class reputation for research excellence in the field of hydrogen, a fuel cell, nanoscience, biotechnology, and more. Here you see a few of famous research facilities at Kyushu University. Finally, I'd like to introduce Kyushu University's initiative in African countries. First, in terms of partner universities, we have concluded MOUs with 12 universities, including universities participating today. Secondly, in recent years, we have focused on academic exchange with Egypt by founding the Cairo office in 2009 and the EJUST Collaboration Center in 2010. Since 2018, we have also implemented the Gemina project, which accepts students from Middle East and North Africa. As a result of these efforts, Kyushu University has the highest number of Egyptian students in Japan. Last but not least, Kyushu University also accepts many international students from sub-Saharan Africa. As of May 1st, 2020, the number of students of this region is 79 from 26 countries. At Kyushu University's efforts in Africa from 2014 to 2022, 37 trainees from 9 countries were accepted by JICA's Kizuna program. And this Kizuna program will be extended again. And we would also like to introduce achievement of Kyushu University's SAKURA Science in Exchange program. Since the program has launched in 2014, we have accepted a total of 502 students and researchers from Asia over the last 6 years through 2019. So we look forward to accepting students in this framework from African countries. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Kono. And next is Professor Amr Adri, President of Egypt-Japan University of Science and Technology in Egypt.
Yes, good afternoon. Again, once more, great pleasure to be here with you. Let me introduce Egypt-Japan University of Science and Technology. Well, just a historical note. The bilateral agreement between the governments of Egypt and Japan to establish EJUST was signed 2009. Egypt government sponsored the land, infrastructure, buildings, cost of Egyptian academic and administrative staff, while Japanese government covered equipment through grant aid project and also payment for all Japanese staff. From day one, partnership actually focused on partnership between Egypt and Japan, making EJUST a leading regional university, Egypt, Africa, and Middle East, making EJUST a role model for Egyptian higher education. It is a research-oriented university. Japanese-style education was adopted, and of course, we introduced unique academic programs. 2010, we started the soft opening with only graduate programs. 2017, we started to launch undergrad programs, and the big change happened in 2020 when His Excellency the President, of course with the Prime Minister and the Japanese ambassador, inaugurated the new campus, which is a huge, outstanding campus, actually designed by the Japanese Isozaki Aoki Association. And you can see here a photo of the main campus. We also have 2 more campuses, another secondary campus near Alexandria, near the main campus, and another one in Cairo. Just to give you an idea about the administration, it's equally split currently one Egyptian president and one Japanese Egyptian vice president, and 2 Japanese vice presidents. We have programs covering almost all engineering disciplines. We have also international business and humanities school, both graduate, undergraduate, like the engineering. And we also started recently programs in computer science and information technology, PharmD, sustainable architecture, design and arts, and MBA. And we have supporting universities, outstanding Japanese universities collaborating with us, of course, through JICA and Japanese government. And we also have some collaboration with Japanese industry. Currently about 100 faculty members and about 2,000 students that will be 3,000 shortly. Of course, EJUST played a major role with African capacity building through TCAT 7, when EJUST was the venue where the Japanese government gracefully supported 150 scholarships to study in EJUST, in STI in particular. And you can see the map. Our applicants covered almost every African nation, and more than 10,000 African applicants actually applied to join those 150 scholarships. Just what are the main EJUST strengths, if I may say, because it was originally inaugurated as a research-oriented university, this made a big difference, because even recruiting faculty members, we focused on those who have very high industry expertise and top researchers. Thanks to JICA, we received outstanding lab facilities, and also we have industry support capabilities, and we are in an industrial zone, and we are collaborating with the industry, trying to boost the value added of national industry. So we have top researchers, outstanding lab facilities, and industry support capabilities through industry measurement service department, industry training unit, incubator. Even we have some startups, and we have Center for Innovation Technology Consultation, SINTEC, to offer consultation. We also, of course, have excellent student dormitories and student life facilities. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Professor Adri. Next is the Dr. Masako Ito, trustee for Student Affairs and International Affairs of Nagasaki University in Japan. Please start, Dr. Ito.
Do you hear me?
Oh, yes, please.
Okay, thank you. Okay. My name is Masako Ito, trustee in charge of Student Affairs and International Affairs at Nagasaki University. Nagasaki University's engagement with Africa started in 1966, when we sent the first medical mission to Kenya with the support of JICA. Among our organizations, the Institute of Tropical Medicine, the Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences, and the School of Tropical Medicine and Global Health have the strongest ties to Africa. One of the unique features of Nagasaki University is overseas stations. This is our education and research station in Kenya. Our relationship with Africa revolves around the bases in Nairobi, Kenya, and we are actively engaged in discussion with our African partners. As you can see, we have academic cooperation agreements with 17 universities in Africa, and hope to continue promoting cooperation and exchange. Currently, a student exchange program is in progress with 4 Kenyan universities through the Inter-University Exchange Project, supported by the Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports, Science, and Technology, Japan, MEXT, and the Japan Society for the Promotion of Science, JSPS. This is a number of international students studying at our university. Students from Africa account for about 8% of all our international students. We support JICA's Human Resource Development Program for Infectious Disease Control, which every year welcomes doctoral students from Kenya, Nigeria, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Zambia, and Ghana. Although the number of students sent to Africa is still relatively small, we plan to increase this number in the future. Now, let's turn to SAKURA Science Exchange Program at Nagasaki University. Thanks to the support of JST, we are able to accept more than 200 participants into a variety of programs. We are now preparing to extend this program to our African partners. Looking towards the future, Nagasaki University aims to be a university for planetary health. It is a relatively new concept focused on responding to complicated challenges, including population issues, infectious diseases, education and health disparities, conflict, and global warming. We need to work together and to create knowledge through transdisciplinary action. Nagasaki University has been working with Africa since 1966, and we would like to think about the Earth's health together and encourage exchange with our African partners. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ito. Next is Professor Victoria Bambui Ngumi, Vice Chancellor of Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology in Kenya. Please start, Professor Ngumi.
I want to start.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, yes, please start.
Okay. So thank you very much for this opportunity you have given me to be able to do a presentation on my university and also inviting me for this meeting. I want to start by pointing out our university vision, which is on the next page. That is our vision. It's a university of global excellence in training, research, and entrepreneurship for development. And we also have a university mission, which is again, sorry, I'm moving faster than the slides. But our university mission is to offer accessible quality training, research and innovation and entrepreneurship in order to produce leaders in the fields of agriculture, engineering, technology, enterprise development, built environment, health sciences, social sciences and applied sciences to suit the needs of a dynamic world. I must apologize, my slides are not moving, but I think so that we don't spend too much time, you will allow me to just continue. Let me just give an overview of the university. JKUAT is a state university situated at Juja, and Juja is 36 kilometers northeast of Kenya's capital city of Nairobi. The university was founded as a middle-level college through a bilateral technical agreement between the governments of Japan and Kenya. The college admitted its pioneering 180 students in 1981. 7 years later, in 1988, its pioneering 180 students went through the program, and then it was elevated to a constituent university college of Kenyatta University before assuming full-fledged university in 1994 through an act of parliament. Official bilateral Japanese aid to JKUAT that had lasted for 19 years ended in the year 2000. I hope they can still hear me. Okay. Following the enactment of the University Act 2012 and the repeal of the JKUAT Act 1994, the university was rechartered on March 1st, 2013. So I think now my presentation is on the screen. So I'll continue with the overview of JKUAT. So 1977 was the start of the plan, where construction and infrastructure development continued. In 1981, it became a middle-level college called JKCAT, and we had our first intake of students who are doing agriculture, mainly diploma and technology. We were training technicians. In 1988, the university college was formed, that is JKUCAT, and the college was promoted to give degrees of Kenyatta University. In 1994, it became a full-fledged university, JKUAT, as we are today, and this was the start of graduate schools. We were able to start giving master's and doctorate degrees at JKUAT. All this was funded by JICA, as you can see the arrow on the side. In 2011, Pan-African University of Science and Technology and Innovation, PAUSTI, was also formed, a project of the African Union, and it is housed at JKUAT. And we do offer master's and PhD students, PhD programs to students from all over Africa at PAUSTI. Now, Jomo Kenyatta University has been at the forefront in fostering research culture and innovation among faculty and students, and it has been instrumental in supporting incubation of research in viable ventures. And this has earned the university a much needed prestige, not only in Kenya, but in sub-Saharan Africa. JKUAT is, for example, home to the Legume Center of Excellence for Food Nutrition Security. Also Cassava Virology Lab. Also European Union funded Food Fortification Laboratory and Innovation Prototyping Center, among many others. JKUAT is proactive in Africa's development, mainly through various research initiatives. In 2012, with the support of Japan, JKUAT won a competitive bid to host the Pan-African University Institute of Basic Sciences, Technology and Innovation, a graduate hub that has thrust JKUAT prominence in Africa's integration and development through graduate training and innovation. I'll just give an overview of Pan-African University, which is an African Union project. You can see there it has a Pan-African Union Council, it has a rector, and Jomo Kenyatta participates in what is marked there as the East. It is highlighted because we host PAUSTI, which is where we teach basic sciences technology, and innovation. And it's here in Kenya. It is funded by Japan. And of course, it's here in JKU Art. The idea of Pan-African University was conceptualized in 2008 as an implementation of the plan of action for the second decade of education for Africa to support the revitalization of higher education in Africa and contribute to the achievement of the vision of the African Union.
Professor Ngumi,
Yes.
sorry, time is running, so can you
Okay, I'll just summarize very quickly if, with your permission.
Thank you.
We are collaborating with many Japanese universities, and you can see there, they are all listed there in various areas. We also have highlighted there SAKURA Science Exchange Program. In the next page, we show the future vision of JKU Art, where again, we want to collaborate with many universities from Africa, continue working with Japan in various areas of human capacity development. I have put several other slides there to show the various areas of collaboration we have with Japan as annexes, and I will allow you to go through them. Let me stop there because of time. I know together we can. Asanteni sana. Thank you very much. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank you very much, Professor Ngumi. So next is Professor Norimi Mizutani, Vice President of Nagoya University in Japan. Please start, Professor Mizutani.
Thank you very much for your kind introduction, and thank you very much to give us the nice opportunity to introduce our universities. Nagoya University was founded in 1871 as a temporary school and hospital, and since 2018, the Nagoya University has been selected as a designated national university corporation in Japan. And in 2020, the Nagoya University integrated with Gifu University to establish the Tokai National Higher Education and Research System. Now it is one of the leading research universities with 9 undergraduate schools and 13 graduate schools. Its student population is about 16,000, of which about 2,300 international students. In the top global university project by Japanese Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports, Science, and Technologies, the Nagoya University's project titled the 21st Century Asian Hub University for Creating a Sustainable Global Society has been selected as one of 13 top-type universities that are conducting the world-leading education and research. So next, I'd like to introduce our international programs. Our degree programs include Z30, in which all classes are taught in English, and joint degree program for PhDs, and so on. And our university program for academic exchange, called the New Pace, is a semester-long or year-long inbound student exchange program from partner universities with 25 years of history. In addition, much shorter term programs called New SIP and New Steps are also offered. As of 2021, I'm sorry, not the latest. So Nagoya University has 22 international liaison office in 12 countries, and has academic exchange agreement with 473 institutions in 60 countries. Exchange with African institutions, we have 4 inter-university academic exchange agreements and 6 inter-faculty academic exchange agreements. And the faculty and student mobility is outbound 292 and inbound is 2. As far as the collaboration with African institutions, this slide shows the example of the collaboration project. Associate Professor Makihara of International Center of Research and Education in Agriculture is leading a collaborative project with Kenya Agriculture and Livestock Research Organization. His research group is working with African researchers to solve food problems at the joint research platform established in Kenya with the support of JICA, JST, and JSPS, and other organizations. Another example is a square kilometer array project called SKA. The SKA is a global big science project to build the world's largest radio telescope arrays in South Africa and Australia. The Nagoya University is a core member of SKA Japan, and which is led by Dr. Naoshi Sugiyama, and he is the president of Nagoya University. So another example is the collaboration with Professor Faisal Bucks from Durban University of Technology. And Assistant Professor Kanda has worked on the development of an energy-saving process for the production of biofuels from microalgae. It is as a step towards implementation in the renewable energy industry. This project is being supported by SATREPS for 5 years, which is funded by JICA. On February 2017, in the SATREPS project, Nagoya University and JICA organized the TCAT 6 follow-up symposium on the issue and the prospects of industrial skills development in Africa. Through the symposium, the discussions focused on the industrial human resources development to achieve sustainable growth in Africa. So that's the introduction of Nagoya University, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Mizutani. Next is Professor William Ande Lazaro Anagishe, Vice Chancellor of the University of Dar es Salaam in Tanzania. Please start, Professor Anagishe.
Oh, thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, please.
I am struggling to share my slide. Just a moment, please.
Can we share from this side?
Yes, if you can share from that side.
Yeah, we can do.
Yes, yeah. My name is Musa Mgwatu. I am representing the Vice Chancellor, University of Dar es Salaam, Professor William Anangise. Thank you very much for the invitation. The University of Dar es Salaam is very pleased for this conference today. And I'm here to present the University of Dar es Salaam. The University of Dar es Salaam started as an affiliate college of University of London in 1961. And then in 1963, it was a constituent college of the University of East Africa. And in 1970, it was a full-fledged university of Dar es Salaam. And we have a vision, 2061. We want the University of Dar es Salaam to be a comprehensive research university. Next slide, please. Next slide. Next slide. Next slide again. This is the university charter. Next slide. This is our Vision 2061. We want to become a very competitive and comprehensive research university. Next slide. Next slide. Currently, we have admitted the undergraduate student more than 30,000, and the postgraduate who are undertaking masters and the doctorate degree program are around 4,000, with a population of academic staff more than 1,000, and the administration and the technical staff more than 1,000. Basically, the University of Dar es Salaam has two constituent colleges. One is called the Dar es Salaam University College of Education, and the other is called Mkwawa University College of Dar es Salaam. But the university has 7 campus colleges, which are situated in Dar es Salaam. And there are 7 schools, 7 institutes, and about 25 research centers. In terms of international partnership, the university has more than 200 bilateral partnerships in different countries, but specifically for the European Union Erasmus program, we have about 22 programs. And in terms of consortia, we have more than 20 partnerships. In terms of international membership, we have several education and research membership, national in the region, but in Africa and as well as internationally. So we are very glad to be among the universities who can participate in the Japan Africa exchange program. And we have a lot of opportunities to engage with the Japanese university. And thank you very much. Thank you again. Asanteni sana.
Thank you very much, Professor Anangise. Next is Professor Makoto Kondo, Vice President of Shizuoka University in Japan. Please start, Professor Kondo.
Thank you, Dr. Watanabe. And good afternoon, everyone. Let me introduce Shizuoka University to you. And you will see a lot of information on the slides to appear, but for the sake of time, I will skip some or main pieces of it. And the material will be shared after the conference. So if you're interested in a university, please take a closer look at it after the meeting. Okay, let me begin by telling you where the university is. The university is nicely located in the central part of Japan. We have 2 campuses, one in Shizuoka City and the other in Hamamatsu City. And both campuses are highly accessible from Tokyo and also from Osaka. Shizuoka Prefecture can be roughly divided into 3 parts: the eastern, the central, and the western parts. And the prefectural government is promoting different industry in each of the area. In the central part, where we have Shizuoka campus, food science and industry are being promoted. In the western part, where we have Hamamatsu campus, photonics related industry is being promoted. And our university has 6 undergraduate faculties and 1 undergraduate school. And each of the 6 faculties has an associated master's program. And of course, we also have several doctoral programs, and 2 of them are joint programs managed with other universities. And in total, we have about 10,200 students. And this year, we have about 400 students from abroad. And among them, 6 students are from Africa, including 1 from the University of Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, which is our exchange agreement partner. And joint research program led by the University of Dar es Salaam and Shizuoka University was accepted by the JST's SATREF's programs in 2018. The research aims at developing innovative oil extraction from rice bran, and it will contribute to SDGs by adding new values to crop process residue. Here are several pictures taken when members from the University of Dar es Salaam visited Japan. Here are some of our features. We have more than 100 partners for research and exchange. We have 2 inter-academia conferences, one with partners in Europe and the other with partners in Asia. We have double degree programs with universities in Europe and Asia, and we have strong relation with local industry and local government. And we are accepting many students from Asia, especially East Asia and Southeast Asia, through our Asia Bridge program, which is a special admission program for students from Asia. And our university is especially promoting 4 fields of research: carbon neutral science and green science, information science, and optoelectronic technology. And we've been engaging in many international networking programs. Among them, 39 projects are accepted by JST's SAKURA Science Exchange Program, and we have invited about 430 since 2014. Finally, here's our contact information, and I'm very happy with you today, and I would be happier if I can see you in Shizuoka or in Hamamatsu. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Kondo. Next is Professor Hamida Harihe, professor in charge of entrepreneurship, innovation and promotion of research of University of Science and Technology for Boumediene in Algeria. Please start, Professor Harihe. Can you hear me?
Hello, hello everybody.
Okay, please start.
I am Professor Jamila Halish from University of Science and Technology, Houari Boumediene, which is located in Algeria, exactly to Algiers. Our university is one of 113 higher education institutions in Algeria. It's created on 1974 for being a training and research center in science and technology. It was designed by the Brazilian architect Oscar Niemeyer, and its surface is near 150 hectares. It's situated at Babzuwar city, not far from the airport, and it's accessible by highway and other major routes from the capital. It's served by tramway, bus, and as soon by the metro. Our current president university is Professor Jamaldin Akresh, who is apologizes for his absence due to the unfortunate commitments. Our university is organized for several disciplines on 9 faculties, 1 for biological science, chemistry, physics, electrical engineering, computer science, engineering, mathematics, earth science, and territorial plans, mechanical and process engineering. As training and human resource, we can talk about 2,000 of teachers with 700 of full professor. And as a student, we have more than 50,000 students. As doctorate, we can consider more than 4,000 students for ever curricula offers with 47 curricula offers. For lessons, we can count about 33,000 students, and for masters, we can count 10,000 students, and for administrative and technical persons, we can talk about 1,900 persons. About research and scientific academies, we can account for the university 66 research laboratories, 4 excellence lab-led research laboratories, 1 technical platform, and 200 research projects and 10 patents. We have also in the university 18 science clubs for young students and researchers. And speaking for infrastructure, about infrastructure, the most important infrastructure is our technical analysis platform and 2 incubators, as you see in the photo here, which are very important for the student and for the research. Also, we have in the university a central library, students' village, with a bookseller office and space for cultural and musical activities and restaurant. And we have also a language teaching intensive center. As academic cooperation and partnership, we can count at the university 56 cooperation agreement, as 30 for national area, 19 for European area, 5 for Africa, 1 for Asia, and 2 for American area. As expectation for cooperation with this project, we want to be in cooperation or in partnership on different areas, such as building materials, nanotechnology, nanoscience, biotechnology, renewable energy, water technology, and setting up and promoting innovative R&D projects. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Haritu. Final presenter is in this session is Professor Toshiya Ueki. We are behind the schedule, so please, Professor Toshiya Ueki, Executive Vice President of Tohoku University in Japan.
Thank you very much indeed. My name is Toshiya Ueki, Executive Vice President of Tohoku University. It is great honor and privilege to have an opportunity to present today. Tohoku University was established in 1907 as a Japan's third national university. We have 3 principles: research first, open door, and practice-oriented research and education. Under the open door policy, we are the first Japanese national university which accepted female students in 1913. And Tohoku University also be very active in accepting international students regardless of their nationalities. At Tohoku University last year, we launched Green Goals Initiative to further contribute to the creation of green future society, which is resilient to all the many kinds of problems, including natural disaster as well as infectious diseases. And Tohoku University has academic exchange agreement with 12 institutions in 6 African countries. And last 5 years, we have launched 10 joint research projects, which has been conducted with our African partners. We just introduced our 2 examples. Our first one is a project headed by Professor Atsushi Iizuka, Tohoku University, and Professor Tsunde Victor Ojim of Cape Peninsula Institute of Technology. And this project was adopted as a SATREPS project supported by JST, AMED, and JICA, and a research period of 5 years from 2022 to 2027. And next one is the second one is a joint research project. Professor Takuya Maguchi of Tohoku University and Dr. Fuemura Ensomi of University of Johannesburg. This project was adopted by a bilateral exchange program by the Japan Society for the Promotion of Science, JSPS, and the National Research Foundation of South Africa, and which research project of 2 years starting in 2021. And lastly, but not to the least, I'd like to just introduce our webinar, which just held yesterday. The webinar title is the African Alumni Vision for Africa. Actually, this webinar was organized by our African alumni, many countries, Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, etc., and more than 70 persons, mainly our alumni from African countries, participated, and they, in order to ensure Africa's growth, they are hot debate in order to our collaboration for further in Japan and African countries. In line with our alumni's aspiration towards Africa's prosperity, Tohoku University will further promote educational and research collaboration with our African partners in the field of student exchange, as well as research collaborations. So thank you very much indeed for your kind attention. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Ueki, and thank you all presenters. We have behind the schedule, so we have only 4 minutes for discussion. We will now move on to a discussion part. So, any kind of opinion or comments from the universities? どこに出るんですかね。Okay. Professor Ngumi, could you give a very short comments? We do not have enough time. Maybe 1 or 2 minutes, please.
Okay, thank you very much. Really just to express my excitement at the very good things that we had today and the way that African universities are working very well together with Japanese university. The collaborations, like for example, in Jomo Kenyatta, one of the most exciting ones we have is the SATREP project with Kyushu University, where we are looking at comprehensive solutions for optimum development of geothermal systems in East Africa, East African Rift Valley. And this one has been promoting international joint research. If we look at inter-university exchange projects, we have Utsunomiya University program for developing human resource to contribute to SDGs by merging African potential and Japanese scientific technology. There's also Nagasaki University, the Planetary Health Africa, Japan Strategic and Collaborative Education Phase program. And of course, there is Tokyo University of Agriculture, Global Agriculture and Nutrition Leadership Program. And there are many more. I can give many examples. So we also want to be a one-stop center for Japan, where as Jomo Kenyatta University, we can be the ones reaching out to all other African universities and linking them to other parts of the world through Japan. This would be very, very exciting for us. So as a university, we do appreciate being here. And thank you again for all the support through the years from Japan, through JICA. Thank you very much. Asante sana.
Thank you, Professor Ngumi. We do not have enough time, but just 30 seconds, could you, Professor Kono in Kyushu University, can you give the very short comments?
Yes, thank you very much. We very much look forward to close collaboration with the African universities, and especially the African students and researchers will bring a lot of diversity on many levels. And this diversity is the basis of innovation. So in this context, of course, I'd like to, I could say more, but in very general format, this diversity would be a very big asset for us. So we look forward very much collaborating with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Kono. We have only 30 seconds. So the last question from the Dr. Murugeta from Addis Ababa University. Please start. Maybe in 30 minutes it will be closed.
Thank you very much. I just want to appreciate the program and also the brief introduction we received from the different universities. So my question is, how do we get to know these institutions more so that we can collaborate and come on board in this collaboration? And also,